What's going on, growers? It's James Prigioni coming to you live from Jersey. Today, me and Tuck are going to take you along with us for a massive summer garden harvest. This is backyard gardening at its best. Let's go! Let's jump right into the harvesting because we have so much stuff to grab. Let's start off with this Chef's Choice pink tomato. Look how beautiful this looks. Look at that. You don't get much better than that when it comes to beefsteak tomato. And just step back a little bit. Look how many tomatoes we have ready in this pallet raised bed right here. It's just incredible. Not to mention to the right of me here, we got an apple that's loaded with apples. This will be a great late producer for us. And we also have apples that are ready to harvest today. We're gonna grab a bunch of those a bit later, but just check out this section here. There's just so many tomatoes. This is the first year I'm growing this one, the Mountain Magic. The tomatoes are beautiful. I'm definitely going to be growing this one again in the future. Just look how many are ready. Look at the size of the sets. And just go up the plant. Look how many more are just coming in. One thing you'll notice is this plant is starting to get to the top of my trellis. Fortunately, we have a technique not many people use when it comes to growing tomatoes. See, when it comes to pruning tomatoes like this up single stems, technically you're going to get a lower yield per plant. But you're going to get a much larger yield per square foot because we're utilizing all the vertical space. And when we do this technique with this roller up here, it's called lowering and leaning. Now the tomato is this tall, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop it down, just one thing like that. And notice now our tomato's shorter and it just takes a little bend. Tomatoes can take this little bend because they're vines. So this technique allows me to grow more food in less space and get even more out of that vertical space. We've got a bunch of tomatoes over here I can grab. These look like the sunrise Bumble Bee. And look at these tomatoes over here. We're talking just endless harvests. We're not only growing tomatoes in here though, we're also growing a number of things like carrots down there. And let me swing around here, follow me. We're even growing cucumbers at the end of the bed, just up that single string. Look at this, beautiful cucumbers ready to be harvested. We're talking endless food. Look at that. Look at the size of these. Hey, Tuck, you want a cucumber, boy? I bet Tuck wants one. Come here, boy. Here you go. This guy's looking for a snack. Check out the Sweet Treats tomatoes as he's coming down here. Come on, boyo. I know you're looking for a good snack. If you love seeing the little boss in the videos, spam some hearts down low for the young king. He loves his fresh cucumbers. Socrates are one of his favorite varieties. He likes them when they're relatively small so he can get his mouth around them and really get at it. Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. He loves snacking on these little things. So we'll let him have fun snacking on the cucumber. And let's keep grabbing some more stuff. Come this way. We've got the Queen of the Night tomato. Looks like I might have dropped one, but look at the color of these. Not insanely productive, but look at that. Isn't that ridiculous looking? Beautiful. And come more this way. Looks like the Super Sweet 100 down here. And I want to grab some of these red ones so I can show you the difference in color when it comes to the Sweet Treats. A fantastic variety of tomato. Look how beautiful the pink blush is on the Sweet Treats. Look at that pink compared to that red. It's shocking. So nice. And then right next to us here, we've got some yellow tomatoes, but we've grabbed a bunch of those before. And let's move up to another cucumber we have at the end. This side of the bed, check it. The CO long. Really nice. So all this food, I mean, we haven't even grabbed 30% of it, growing in this pallet raised bed. And not to mention, we also have carrots growing down low here. We always have carrots mixed in with our, look at this one, with our cucumbers. Look at this carrot. See if Tuck wants a bite of this one. Carrots Love Tomatoes. That's a great book. And it's a book about companion planting because carrots and tomatoes are great companions. This guy loves his carrots, even more than the cucumbers, as you can see. Me and Tuck also wanted to mention to check out the merch down at jamesprigioni.com. Grab a grow shirt, grab a Gardening is Life shirt and be part of the team. And also check out some of the fertilizer we're selling now because that's what we're using to feed all of our plants. And doing a mid-season around this time, top dressing to help support the plants will really allow them to excel and just continue kicking out food. So many more things to grab though. Let's take a peek at Tuck and let's move this way. We've got some Goldie yellow tomatoes right here, ready to be grabbed. You'll notice right here we've had a lot of hot weather. It's got a little bit of sunburn, but they're still okay. They look so beautiful. Look at the color. Whoo-wee. Let's keep going. Head over here. This looks like another super sweet 100, but then also check out, after that, the Berry's Crazy Cherry. Look at the sheer number of ready fruit on this thing. There's so many, they're falling off. And check out over here, look how many more it has coming. This has got to be one of the most productive tomatoes that I've ever seen in regard to sets. The size of these sets are unbelievable. Let's swing over here. I want to show you a eggplant that I've never grown before. I don't even remember the name right now, actually. I know it has Doctor in it. Dr. Melanzane. Look how cool these, these are actually eggplants. Look how sweet they look. Pretty small, but very unique. They almost look like tomatoes. I haven't tried them yet, but look how cool that is. It literally looks like, sort of like the Queen of the Night tomato that we had. So cool. And then right here, we've got some really nice eggplants too. Look at the color of these. Look at that. And then I want to bring you over to squash we have over here. This is the Zucchino. Let's start playing with something. This is the Zucchino Rampicante, my first one ready this season. This squash is really cool because it's really super productive, but also this thing can be eaten as either a summer squash or you can leave it to grow, and it can be eaten as a winter squash. So it's a really unique variety, has a great mild flavor to it. Doesn't taste as good as the Costata Romanesco when it comes to zucchini, but still a really unique looking, good tasting, multifunctional squash. Fantastic to always have in the garden, and it's a massive producer. Let's head over here. We've got another gold medal tomato ready. We're just gonna be running around grabbing stuff because that's the time of year it is. Look at that. Really nice color. And then swing around over here. You gotta check out the Mountain Magic. Look at the production. Isn't that incredible? Actually just blows me away. We grabbed a bunch of these, but let's go grab some more tomatoes from this back corner because there's a number of different varieties. And actually, as we come by here, let's check out some cucumbers growing in containers. This is just to show all of you that you don't need a lot of space to grow some of your own food. I forgot to grow this one up a trellis, but that doesn't matter. We're still getting some good production off of it. Look at that. Tuck actually came out here and must have eaten it. Would you take a bite of this one, boy? And we've got more ready in here. So endless cucumbers when it comes down to it. Swing over here, check out the black strawberry. I forgot to show you. Look at the color on this tomato. This is one of the most beautiful tomatoes I'm growing, I think, of the year. Look at this. Insane. The uniqueness is just, this is why we love growing food in the backyard. And then swing around. Let's head this way, down to the back corner. What did Tuck find something? Here are some great tomatoes just to grow on a patio. These are the orange hat tomatoes, really nice stuff. More small tomatoes over here. Then we have the Brad's Atomic Grape, really unique looking. I love this one. I haven't really tasted it yet, to be honest, but it looks really cool. And then more, what do you call those? Super sweet 100s. We always are growing a lot of those. But you got to check out the hot streak tomato in this back corner. How many are on there? And how fantastic the plants look. Look at this. Look at that. This is a great one. And look at the squash growing right next to it. The Bonbon. Look at this tomato though. Look at this thing. That's like tough, a little mark there, but it's tough to get more perfect than that. And then I got one more really nice one down here. The other ones are getting close, but they still need a little time. Look at this. Hot streak, definitely a winner. And you know we're growing one of my all-time favorite tomatoes, the Soldaki. So we've got a big Soldaki over here. Let's grab this one as we fight our way through the squash. Soldaki right here, and then take a peek down low. Look at that butternut squash. That'll be ready a little later. So there's just so much food packed into a small amount of space. This is always how we love doing it. This is one of my favorite all-time slicing tomatoes. I probably could have given it a little bit more time, but I haven't had that many of them this year, so I felt like I just needed to grab at least one or two. Come back over here. The blue cream berry has a lot on it, fruit on it. It's getting a few little issues here and there, but still doing really well. It still produces late for us in the season, even though it sometimes has a few issues. And then let's swing over here, grab some cucumbers from back here, and look at the Sakura. This is fantastic tomato too. And the Costata Genovese, we got to grab a lot of those. So, I mean, there's just so many things to harvest out here. And check out the white cucumbers, the silver slicers. Look how unique these look. Grab a couple of silver slicers. Tuck's gonna get up in the way. He's a cute guy. He always wants to be on camera. And then let's grab a Costata Romanesco over here. And then let's move into the other garden and grab a bunch of apples and stuff. There's so many more tomatoes. But let's grab this squash. And we got another one. Look at that. Perfect size. Perfect. Then we got another squash setting up in just a few days. And then before I let you go, just take a nice overview of the whole backyard. Look at all the food. I'm gonna have to go back and collect some of the tomatoes that I dropped down, not to mention all the potatoes that are ready. It's an endless supply of food back here. It's about time to grab some fresh apples. I'm going to put down this bowl right here, loaded with food. And this apple variety right here is one of my all-time favorites. This is the Williams Pride apple. Not only does it have great disease resistance, but it's ready so early in the season. It's early August right now, and we're getting fresh apples. Not to mention how loaded the thing is. And look how nice they look. This is like a little bit of clay on it, the surround kaolin clay. This is what protects the fruit, but all we gotta do is shine it just a little bit and it will look incredible. Look at that. That's after the shine. Look how much fruit is on here too. Set there. Just take a step back. Look at all of it hanging so low. And I like when the fruit's nice and low like it is over here. Makes it much easier to harvest, much easier to manage. But I'm not gonna spend too much time harvesting these apples because you already saw it happen once. It's kind of the same thing over and over. Let's grab some cucumbers from this section here. Notice here too, we've even got some fresh cabbages that are ready to harvest. Listen how solid that is. Amazing. So we can grab that one too. Check these cucumbers though. We've got a bunch of different varieties in here. Let's start off with the Armenian one up top here. If I can get to it. Whoa! Kind of dropped on me, but that's okay. Nice Armenian cuke. And then we've got some other ready ones back here. Look at this. Might be the China Jade. Really nice shape, really nice color on it. Got another one hanging here. And then we've got even more up top over here. I'm bowling over myself. Got another cuke here. And then we've got the cuke hunter. This guy loves the cucumbers. He's the best, always out here. We'll see if he wants one of these. We have such a blast out here, just running around grabbing all different kind of fruits and veggies and everything. Swing around real quick though. Let me show you this Lemon Boy Plus. The one that's loaded with fruit. They're starting to actually ripen up, so we love to see it. Just grab just a few of these real quick while we're over here. Why not? Look how much more we have coming down the pike. You'll love to see it. Check out how much food. Well, check out these beds too, how beautiful they are. The celosia mixed in, the zinnia mixed in, all different kind of flowers. The peppers are starting to really produce heavy. Carrots looking fantastic. Beans on their way to start production. Look at the wall of tomatoes. 10 different tomatoes, 10 square feet, using the vertical space. We'll lower and lean this also. I'm not gonna go through and harvest every single one, but just look at the level of production here. We love being out here. It's just so much fun. Check out some of these tomatoes we missed too, like the Hartman's yellow and Sun Gold's back there look fantastic. Chery Bomb. But let's go over to a few different things over here. I gotta grab some massive tomatoes. Swing around this way, because you can't forget the other side of the wall of tomatoes. Look at all the fruit in here. People ask all the time, what are you gonna do with all the fruit? When it comes down to it, me and Tuck just end up giving it away to family and friends mostly. We just have a lot of fun growing it. Look at this hot streak. You guys gotta grow this one. This is my first year growing it, but these tomatoes are beautiful, massive beefsteaks. I mean, incredibly productive, healthy plants. This is what we love to see. Check out the Chef's Choice Pink. Just like the other one, they look like they're getting a little bit of sunburn. This variety must just be prone to getting some sunburn, but it still has a nice level of production, nice pink blush to them. And then we have the boss in the back, just doing some inspecting just to make sure everything's looking good. And right here we've got the edamame, just flowering. This should be producing a lot of edamame soon. Look at that. Beautiful flowers too. My first time growing this one, and I can't wait to get some harvest from it. Let's head this way, grab some more tomatoes. Look at these ones. Very nice, very nice. Grab these. And then Head over here, check out the mushroom basket tomato. A little bit later of a producer than some of the others, but look at the sheer number of fruit on that thing. The plant is almost wants to give up. It's got so much dang fruit on it. And more beautiful tomatoes over here. I'm just gonna lay these down. And I'm gonna grab some of the squash. Here's this yellow variety. Englischer, check another one up here. Let's see if we can get to it. We're gonna stay on picking these, on top of picking these, because these are a summer squash, so they're gonna keep producing. You love to see it. And then over here, we've got some winter squash hiding in the back. Check that out down there. Another butternut. Really cool. And then head right behind me, you can see we've got a bunch of grapes and stuff. They're not ready yet. They're gonna need a little more time, but they still look pretty good this year. And then look up right to your right, growing within the grapes. Look at the cucumbers. Look how many are, look at that, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, perfect size cucumbers, ready to be harvested. And then another one waiting right there. And then just pan down a little bit. We've got the white scallop squash peeking through. We're gonna be harvesting some of those too, look at that. And then just pan to your right a little bit more. And we've got more cabbages ready to be harvested. This is the Dead on Savoy. Look how beautiful that thing is. We're gonna grab this one today because it looks like it's right at its peak. Before me and Tuck let you leave, there's a few more things we need to grab. Let's get a quick overview of the backyard though. Check it. We've got some beautiful sunflowers here, massive, came up on their own. Honey crisp apples, loaded. Liberty apples behind that. We showed you the pallet raised bed, so much stuff back there. More sunflowers. We've got all different kinds of potatoes and squash in here. Cabbages ready to be harvested. Beans doing nicely. And just, I mean, there's just an incredible amount of food. So many tomatoes in the back, cucumbers. This cedar raised bed has about 3 or 4 cabbages that are ready to be harvested. Massive ones. Even the Prigioni apple is loaded this year. And then take a look to our right, all the grapes in the grape arbor. So many grapes. And we've even got some peppers growing in containers doing really nicely. Some hot peppers and stuff. This way Tuck can't get to them. And look at the size of the fig back there too. That thing has gotten huge. And the hazelnuts are doing great. But let's swing over here and grab some potatoes. But before we do that, let's see what Tuck's doing. He's relaxing. Let's just get a quick minute with the boss. Can we just get some hearts down low, spam them, and just a level of appreciation for this guy? It's pretty hot out here. This guy's always out here, never quits, finds himself a spot. Yeah, he might grab a few snacks here and there, but that's what happens when you're the boss. You can do whatever you want, and this guy earns way more than his keep. He's always out here protecting the garden. He's just keeping all the stuff out, and he's what really motivates me. So basically when I grow up, I want to be like this guy. Never quits. That's why he's the leader of the pack, and that's why he's the boss. Let's go grab some potatoes real quick though, from right over here. This is the bed we had issues with in the spring with the garden symphylan, but we did some research, found out that the garden symphylan hates potatoes. So we planted a bunch of potatoes in here. Why not? Let's just see if we can get some from this spot here. I mean, they still could use more time, but I'm getting too antsy. I want to actually eat some potatoes. I took some potatoes earlier and they were fantastic, so I just want to get myself a few more. Even if they're not massive, let's see what we can grab. So they don't look huge, but we've got some decent ones in here. And this is great, better than growing nothing, because the garden symphylan really was a problem for us. And instead of that, we're just getting potatoes. Check it out. Not too shabby. We'll take it. We'll cook these up tonight with some of the other stuff we harvested. Sorry, Tuck, this isn't necessarily for you, but we'll grab him some more carrots and stuff because this guy really can grab whatever he wants. That's today's video, growers. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you got something out of it. Me and Tuck had an absolute blast out here. We want to mention to check out the merch down at jamesprigioni.com. Grab a grow shirt, grab a gardening is life shirt, and be part of the team. Also check out some of our organic fertilizer that we came out with this year. It's Tuck approved, so you know it works, but I mean, you can look at the garden and I think things are growing pretty well. So you know it works for that reason as well. We wanted to send a thank you to one of our new channel members, Deborah Steed. Thanks for being a part of Team Grow. Thanks for having your hand in everything we're doing back here. If you guys want to be part of the team, just go scroll down. You'll see next to the subscribe button, there'll be a join now. hit the join now button, be part of Team Grow, and just keep growing. That's not the only way to be part of Team Grow. Just getting out there, growing some of your own food in your backyard, on your balcony, and getting your hands dirty, that makes you part of Team Grow. It's not about how much you harvest, it's about how much you grow and how much you learn. That's really kind of the message. James and Tuck will be back at you again real soon. We out.